Hey guys, welcome to the channel. As you see in the thumbnail, what if Goku become a god of destruction part 1. Before I start, please do support for more awesome content and subscribe my channel and like this video and also share this video with your friends. I have created my other videos playlist, there you can watch my all videos easily, check out as well. Let's start this video. 48 minutes. The fate of 8 universes were decided in that allotted time. As predicted or cliched to be, Universe 7 came out victorious. Android 17 made an uncharacterized wish to bring back the universes that were erased, but then again, he has changed immensely through his time as a wildlife protector and the tournament as a whole. Goku? He has always shown great power and determination when the time comes. Sure. He can act naive and maybe even a bit childish, but when it comes to fighting for his family, he is focused and serious. Goku has even surpassed the gods with achieving mastered Ultra Instinct. Jiren, who has been Goku's toughest battle, pushed him beyond what he thought could be possible. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken X20 with a Spirit Bomb was child's play to Jiren. Goku eventually got a taste for Ultra Instinct and kept improving himself until he finally mastered it. He has come a long way. The gods see that, his family and friends see that, and even both Xenos along with the Grand Priest took a liking to Goku's progress through the Tournament of Power. Both Omni Kings saw something more within Goku. They were planning on removing a god because of his laziness and lack of responsibility to remain one, but since Goku is here, they have already found a replacement. Goku fits perfectly as a god, and with the right training he could become the mightiest. The aftermath of the Tournament of Power has an uplifting end because of Android 17's generosity to wish back the universes erased. The Z fighters are still talking to each other and congratulating Goku and 17 because none of them want to talk to a newly resurrected Frieza. The two Omni Kings and the Grand Priest come up to Goku congratulating him on his win and newly found strength. All the gods bow in respect to the higher deities and the Grand Priest announces to the participants and deities present to gather around him. All the angels are present because, of course, they are exempt from being erased, but only Universe 1, 5, 7, 8 and 12 gods are present because the rest were resurrected in their respective universe. The god from Universe 1 speaks up. Great Grand Priest, may I ask what this announcement entails? Wine politely asks. Yes. This announcement is to appoint a new god of destruction. The Grand Priest calmly states. The whole crowd gasps and is actually quite nervous that the participants were tested during the tournament. Vegeta, annoyed that he was being tested, speaks up. So you're telling me that we were all tested by both Omni Kings and you? Isn't there already 12 gods since they were wished back? Why do you need another one? Vegeta crudely remarks. How dare you talk to the Grand Priest in such a manner, mortal? Arak shouts clearly, irritated at Vegeta's tone. The Grand Priest simply waves off the god of the 5th universe, gesturing that it's alright. Well, to start off, yes. All participants were tested on strength, strategy, determination, and motive to win. We wanted to know if these participants wanted more than just a good fight along with their intellect to accompany their great strength. If the participants were to evolve, then what was the reasoning or motivation to push themselves? Anger. Or something more like family, friends, or their whole universe's extinction brought them to fight harder for them. We had found 2 participants who qualified in that regard quite early on. In fact, it was only halfway through the tournament. Towards the end of the tournament, we saw a great revelation that me and both Grand Xenos can agree is ready to take on the mantle of God. Also, to answer your second question, we are replacing a god because that person has not been able to fulfill the responsibility of the role for quite a number of years now and is no longer fit to serve the cosmos. We will announce who is getting replaced in due time, but for now, we would like to announce the selected participant to train to become a god. The Grand Priest announced. The atmosphere in the world of the void has become thick in anticipation of the selected trainee. The tension in the air can be sliced through with a knife as everyone awaits the participant chosen. The gods are also interested in who their new fellow colleague would be and hope it won't be some idiot or moron. The angels are also thinking the same thought. Universe 7 participants are also scared with the exception of Goku and Vegeta who really couldn't care less, but Vegeta also sees the opportunity of becoming even more powerful. The androids are even nervous because they have families they have to go back to and they hope they aren't chosen. It has been merely 10 seconds from the last word of the Grand Priest, but he starts to speak again. Everyone's heart racing with the exception of Goku. The Grand Priest looks right at Goku and this is where Goku begins to get nervous. The participant who has shown these qualities along with the potential needed to become greatly stronger and who will uphold the responsibilities of God of Destruction is Son Goku. We will return in exactly 24 hours in Earth time to get you situated as a new God of Destruction. The Grand Priest congratulates. Everyone is shocked. Goku? The kind-hearted loving person, a destroyer. It doesn't make any sense. How could he destroy when Goku has given his most fearsome enemies a second chance? The higher deities must have seen that, right? Wait, what? I can't destroy people or planets. It's not right. Goku nervously says as he gasps for breath. Don't worry, son Goku. The role of a god is much more complex than mindlessly destroying what one feels like. It'll make sense to you in time. Trust me. I will announce what universe and angel you will be serving for in 24 hours. To the rest of the angels and gods present here. I ask that you come with me and the Omni Kings to his palace for a mandatory meeting. Thank you everyone for participating. The Grand Priest says. Goku feels a little better about the Grand Priest's reassurance, but is still skeptical of the role he is appointed to. Thanks for the awesome fights. Zeno smiles and laughs. Yes. Goku. I know you will make an awesome god. Good luck, friend. Zeno shakes Goku's hand. Bye-bye for now. Both Zenos yells towards the crowd as they disappear along with the Grand Priest and all the deities besides Universe 7. Vegeta is beyond infuriated, while the rest of the Z gang is astonished that Goku will become a deity. What do they see in that clown that they don't see in me? I bet it's those Omni Kings playing favorites. Vegeta shouts angry at the decision that was made. How dare you accuse the Omni Kings of such favoritism? I should eliminate you from just hearing the utter disrespect from our rulers. Lord Beerus yells. Sorry, my lord. Forgive my foolishness. Vegeta quickly backtracks as he doesn't want to feel the wrath of Lord Beerus. Now. There's no need for such violence. We should celebrate our universe's win, along with Goku being personally appointed by my father and both Omni Kings. He is right, Goku. You will soon understand that being a god of destruction is more than just senseless destruction and eating despite what my lord has shown. Whis calmly states. Hey. Lord Beerus recognizes the insult, looking at his attendant with pure rage in his eyes. It wasn't meant to be an insult, my lord. I was just stating your recent behavior. Now let's celebrate by going back to Earth, and we have much to discuss, Goku. Whis says, tapping his staff on the ground as they are transported back to Capsule Core balcony. Goku is a destroyer god. Not even I could have predicted that one. The old Kai scratches the side of his head. Indeed. Quite an impressive development. Wonder what universe he will serve. Supreme Kai asks. Yes. I am too intrigued about seeing how Goku will act and respond to the responsibilities of a god. Kibito responds. Whis' staff glows as he gets a message from his father of the meeting that will take place now that requires all the high deities in their universe. Well, it looks like the celebration is going to be postponed. I got a message from my father stating that we will have a mandatory meeting that requires the case, myself, and Lord Beerus' presence. Let's not keep them waiting. Whis starts to walk away with the other deities and they are just about to leave. Don't be too nervous, Goku. We will talk when we get back. For now, just enjoy and relax. You've earned it. Whis smiles reassuringly that he can call Goku his friend. Thanks, Whis. I know that I can count on you. Goku waves as the higher deities disappear. Goku sits down in a nearby chair, digesting all the information and feeling the soreness of his body take over. He is utterly exhausted from fighting, and the promotion to god doesn't help ease his conscience. The planets and people he will destroy will never leave his mind, and everyone can see the discomfort on his face. Dad. I hope you can at least visit while you're training. I don't think you can just say no to this. Everything will be okay, and maybe you can be a more lenient god. Gohan speaks up. Yeah. I hope I can be that way, but I'll still have to destroy it. I just can't fathom doing something like that. Goku says, looking down. Don't look down, Goku. You'll become stronger since you will be able to train much more, but you'll see your family a lot less, which is a big trade-off. Everything will be okay. It always has been. Piccolo smiles and puts a hand on Goku's resting shoulder. That's what I'm afraid of. I hope that they will understand that I really don't have much of a choice. I appreciate the thought, Piccolo. It'll be okay. Goku says with a sad smile. Don't think just because you'll become a god that you'll be stronger than me. I won't let that happen. When you are done with your training, I demand a rematch. Vegeta angrily points to Goku. Sounds good, Vegeta. You can count on it that I'll become much stronger. God of destruction, huh, think you can be responsible enough for that? 18 says coldly. Aw, come on. I don't think I'm that irresponsible. Goku pouts. Everyone looks at him without muttering a word. Fine. I may have been in the past, but I'm different nowadays, I promise. Goku says excitedly. If you say so. Android 17 says. Whatever the case is, I am going to leave this mudball you all call a planet. I can see that I'm not welcome here anyways. Until we meet again, Saiyans. Frieza announces as he flies out of the planet's atmosphere to one of his home planets. If you had to guess. Was it smart to just let him leave? Tien questions. It doesn't matter now. He stands no chance against me. Vegeta smirks. Well, I'm going back to my island until the celebration takes place. You know where to find me, Nimbus. Roshi shouts, and he flies away. So, Goku. How does it feel that you're about to become a god? I wonder what Kai would say. Krillin asks. Oh no, I forgot about what Kai would say. Goku panics. Everyone's sweat drops and falls over in I'm style. Bulma walks outside onto the balcony where she hears all the noise and is accompanied by Goten, Trunks, Kai, and the Pilaf gang. Hi Dad. Goten rushes towards Goku and launches himself onto his lap. Goku lets out a grunt of pain from still being sore. Kai walks up to her husband and kisses him on his forehead, seeing his discomfort and pain. How was the tournament, honey? Kai asks. Goku begins to get nervous. Not knowing how to explain to his wife that he's a god now. And nothing important. Haha, we won. Goku rubs the back of his head nervously. I know that you're lying to me, Goku. What aren't you telling me? Kai begins to get curious and frustrated. Goku squeaks at the sudden change of volume in his wife's voice. Trunks walks up to his dad in a much calmer fashion than Goten. So, Dad, Trunks begins to say, can you tell us what really happened? Everyone perked up to Trunks' question. It was fine. We clearly won. Kakarot can tell you the exciting news. Vegeta bluntly smirks at the discomfort of Goku. Spill it, Goku. What's this big news? Bulma asks, a bit impatient. Everyone gets nervous because of the newly appointed god sitting in the chair. Goku begins to speak up. Well, I guess I'm a god of destruction now. Goku plainly states. What? Goten, Trunks, Bulma, Kai, and the Pilaf gang exclaim as Kai characteristically faints. Undoubtedly the most sacred place within the multiverse. Only a handful of gods, and even fewer mortals have stepped foot onto the divine grounds. This day is one of importance. The new god of destruction will be announced to the rest of the gods, and who will be replaced. The room was silent to silent. There is much anticipation to where the new god will be placed, and who will be replaced. All the angels are gathered inside the palace with many pillars surrounding them. The neon-like white floor lighting up the darkened palace that seemed to be never ending. The gods and Case, who were not present during the end of the Tournament of Power, are still unsure of the intent of this meeting, but their concerns are quickly washed away when the Grand Priest speaks. Thank you, angels, Case, and gods, for gathering here today for this meeting. For the gods and Case who were not present, I have announced that there will be a new god during the end of the Tournament of Power. The Grand Priest announces. There is a gasp between the unknowing gods and Case, along with small chatter between themselves. Settle down. There is no need to be alarmed, for we all know that one could be replaced for acting irresponsibly. The Tournament of Power was won by Universe 7, as Goku showed incredible strength and motivation to win for his team. He has the potential to become a great asset to the cosmos. Son Goku will begin his training in about 3000 tax, 24 hours, and he will become the new god of destruction. The Grand Priest states as he shows a full-body hologram of Goku. I wouldn't mind serving him. Vados quickly blushes at the inappropriate thought. I hope he isn't an idiot and actually does his job. Cuss and Margarita thought, as they already suspect who's getting replaced. Right now my brother will rub it in my face that he won, and one member of his team has been promoted to a god of destruction. He will never let this one down. Lord Champa angrily thought as he remembered something vital. Wait, does that mean one of us will be replaced? Lord Champa said with a panicked expression on his face. Yes. I do believe that is a fair assumption that is indeed correct. The Grand Priest answered. The panic erupted from the crowd as they remembered that crucial detail. The 5 universes destroyers were not phased at all since of their high mortality level that led them to be exempt from the Tournament of Power. However, those who were not exempt are panicking. And slowly hoping they were not the ones getting replaced. Lord Champa of Universe 6, please step forward. The Grand Priest states to the overweight god. Lord Champa is sweating bullets. Why yes, sire. Lord Champa timidly says as he fears the worst has come. I knew I should have listened to Vados. If I would have actually got into shape and destroyed, then I wouldn't be in this mess. All that food definitely isn't worth it now. Lord Champa mentally scolds himself for his foolish behavior. Lord Champa, you are hereby removed from your responsibilities and obligations as the god of destruction of the 6th universe. From the decision made by myself and both of the Omni Kings, you are removed because of your incapable stature and your questionable choices made as your time as a god of destruction. Prioritizing competitions, gathering wish orbs, and most importantly not keeping balance in your universe by destroying. These recent years have been most questionable as you have not been fighting or doing what the responsibilities of your role asks of you. The Grand Priest announces. Everyone could have seen this coming. They knew of Champa's tendency to do nothing but eat and annoy his brother, along with disregarding his angel attendant's advice. To understand. I should have seen this one coming. Champa rubs the back of his head sadly. What will happen to me? Champa asks. You will be converted back to a mortal, which you will begin to age from the point right before you accepted the position as a god of destruction, so I will ask this. What planet would you like to reside on for the rest of your days? The Grand Priest asks as he grants Champa a choice. Earth is fine. Champa says, looking at the Grand Priest. He is soon teleported away to Earth, where he will reside on until his death and his deity privileges taken away. Fuwa, Supreme Kai of the 6th universe, foreseen this outcome because of his counterpart's irresponsibility, and he was unable to convince him to do his job. He disappears since there is no god of destruction for Universe 6, and that would mean there would be an imbalance. Fuwa will go to his respective otherworld as a deceased Kai and live out his days there. Lord Beerus never really showed any affection towards his brother, but now he is seen with an upset expression, as he may never see him again. The whole room is filled with silence, as they may have not liked Champa's attitude or choices, but they still respect the position he held as they stand silent. I know that this is a quite sad turn of events, but we shall move on to a new future for Universe 6, as a new god will keep the balance. This does mean that a new Supreme Kai needs to be chosen from the Cajun tree to keep the life link and balance in order that I will retrieve personally. The Grand Priest says. Yes. Goku will be a great god. I can just feel it. Zeno exclaimed. Goku is very strong. He should be a great addition to the multiverse. Zeno says. The attendant to the now deceased Supreme Kai is saddened by the recent events, but he is now also excited for a new chapter in his respective universe. He will now serve a new Supreme Kai and a new god of destruction, hoping for the best. Beidos, who personally enjoyed the company of her Supreme Kai, is also distraught in her friend's fate as well as Champa's, but she is now moving on and mentally preparing herself to serve her new god of destruction. Son Goku. She smiles. This will definitely be interesting. Beidos thought. That is all for now. Please gather on the Destroyer's planet of the 6th universe to begin the process of the birth of Son Goku's ascension in 3000 tax. Goodbye for now. The Grand Priest smiles with a small wave, sending all the deities to their respective universes and planets. Universe 7. Lord Beerus's planet. They both land near the lake, slightly winded from the forced entry back onto their planet. They soon recollect their thoughts about the recent turn of events. Lord Beerus's brother is demoted, and it was his undoing, but he still can't help feeling bad for him. Lord Beerus settles on top of a stump as he watches the glistening lake in the area. This is where he normally goes to think about such important events that have happened or situations that are about to come. The calm lake helps his mind clear the thoughts that are threatening to come through. To the normal person, he may seem like he's sleeping sitting up, but he is simply trying to calm his mind and trying to process what happened. Champa is gone. God of Destruction titled stripped away. Why am I so upset over this? I may have cared more than I let people believe it to be. Son Goku, a destroyer? He turned down Whis' proposal, but Goku declined, saying that he could never destroy or hurt. How is he going to cope with the loss of his pure heart? Why should I care? It's not my problem, but then again, I don't want him to end up like my brother. With that thought, he stood up and got his very needed rest. Ending his thought as he walks towards his tree-like palace. Whis watches his lord walk back to his palace, assuming that he will need some much needed rest. Then he remembers. My lord. Whis starts as Lord Beerus turns facing towards his attendant. Yes, Whis. I need some much needed rest. Beerus spat. What about the celebration? You can go to sleep after eating. Unless you want to sleep now. Whis grins. Lord Beerus sprung up from his drowsy state and looked excited. Oh right. Yes, I will take my nap after the delicious food I will consume. Let's head out. Lord Beerus states as he places his hand on his back, and they transfer off the planet, heading straight for Earth. Earth. Everyone is gathered on the balcony for the upcoming celebration except for Roshi. Kai has been propped up on a chair since she fainted about 5 minutes ago. Her father tending to her as he is also concerned with what has happened. Bulma and the boys are also recovering from the news, but Goten is more excited than anyone. Kai begins to wake up. Oh Kai, you're awake. Ox King says happily for his daughter's well-being. I just had the strangest dream where my Goku just said he was some kind of god of destruction or something. That was weird. Kai says, coming out of her sleep-like state, looking at her husband. Goku gets a pained look on his face, conveying to her that it wasn't a dream. So it wasn't a dream? Kai asks. She receives her husband's glum look and shaking head as her answer. That's so good. Thank goodness. Kai runs into Goku's arms. A collection of voices says, even Piccolo and Vegeta joined in. Wait. You're not mad? Goku asks curiously. Of course not. You finally have an actual job. I know being a farmer didn't really work so well, but being a god of destruction, I can assume, is a very prestigious responsibility. This is wonderful news. Kai exclaims completely obliviously that her husband will be destroying planets. Yay. Dad is gonna be the best god ever. Goten says excitedly, hugging his dad's legs. Idiot harpy Vegeta thought as he grunted in response. Bulma is also surprised by her best friend's response. Well guys. It's settled then. Goku will become a god of destruction and we should celebrate. Bulma tried not to have a concerned look on her face as she knows that Goku would never destroy. I will help with the cooking. Kai exclaims walking back into the building. The caterers will need to get a heads up so I will go to inform them of the feast. Can we talk later about Goku? Bulma asks. Oh, sure. No problem. Goku says awkwardly not knowing why her tone shifted to a more concerned one. Bulma walks back into the room followed by the Pilaf gang. Trunks approaches Goku with a sarcastic tone. You know that when you're a god of destruction you have to destroy, right? Why would they make you one? You seem the least likely to do any harm at all. Trunks asks. I don't really have much of a choice, but I hope that I can avoid it as much as possible. The Grand Priest said that I will understand more when I begin my training with an angel. Goku says, rubbing the back of his head awkwardly. I bet you'll do fine, Dad. I just wonder what universe you will be assigned to. If we are lucky, it will be here. Gohan says somewhat hopeful. It's possible, but I wouldn't bet on it. Champa is more likely to get the boot than Beerus. Piccolo states. Whatever universe you get assigned to doesn't change the fact that you still have to destroy, but we shouldn't dwell on that now. We should celebrate our victory and worry about that later. Android 18 says trying to get off the depressing topic and sits at a nearby table with Krillin and Marin. Yeah, you're right, babe. That tournament was so stressful. I could sleep for days. Krillin says with a small laugh. You better not since we still have to train, because who knows what'll happen in the future. 18 warns. You got that right. The wildlife can survive a bit while I'm gone. Gotta spend some time with my niece too. 17 walks up to the table and sits next to Marin. Hi uncle, 17. Marin says as 17 pats her head and she giggles. Gohan takes a seat next to his father-in-law, Hercule, and Buu, since they just showed up to see how they did. So how was the tournament, son? And before you ask, Videl is helping your mother with the cooking for the celebration. Hercule explains. I guess that's one question answered. I just don't know how my dad will handle being a destroyer. Gohan says. He should be fine. He's Goku, after all, always finding a way to push forward. Hercule reassures his son-in-law. You're right. He will find a way. Gohan smiles. Goku, who is sitting by himself, has much to think about. What am I going to do? I know I can't back out because I can't exactly say no to the king of all. Ugh, why does this have to be so hard? What universe am I even going to? I doubt it will be the one my family is in, but even if I do go to another universe, I'm sure Lord Beerus will let me visit my family. He isn't that mean. I hope. Goku is brought out of his thoughts by his youngest son. Can I come with you to train, Dad? Goten asks innocently. I don't think you can, Goten. You could ask Whis, but I'm pretty sure that the training is one-on-one. Goku answers his son. Oh, okay. I will be strong like you, Dad, and train with Trunks. Goten says excitedly. I know you will soon. Goku says, patting his son's head, proud of his optimism that he sees in himself. The night is still new from when they left for the Tournament of Power. To think that the whole fate of 8 universes was decided in 48 minutes. The moon is shining in the dark blue background. It is a beautiful sight for a great celebration for their survival. Who knows if Universe 11 would have wished for everyone to be brought back to life. We simply cannot know, but some would say it was more likely they would make a selfish wish. Goku stares off into the night sky with much on his mind. He will miss his family and hope that he could visit. Sure, he has been gone for 7 years at a point, but this is different. God of Destruction lives for millions of years and he will definitely outlive his family. The thought of this makes Goku upset, but doesn't show it openly. He is really banking on the hope of visiting his home during his training for God of Destruction. Time flew by, and before Goku knew it, 20 minutes went by, and he felt 2 familiar kids approaching. Lord Beerus shows up behind who's excited for the food. Whis is more concerned for Goku and to tell him the news, but not yet. He wants him to enjoy his time and food before he drops a bomb of information. Goku turns towards Beerus with a natural smile. Hey Lord Beerus. Come to join. The food that should be ready soon. Goku asks. Of course. I wouldn't miss Earth's food if I can't help it. We do have some news for you, Goku. It has to do with where you'll be assigned, Beerus starts to say. Maybe we should wait until after the festivities and everyone will be gathered here, my lord. Whis interrupts. Yes. That would make things much easier. The news can come after the delicious delights I will consume. Lord Beerus says, getting antsy for the food. I really hope my dad will get a universe he will enjoy. He really needs to be pushed in the right direction for this to work, or else he could fall apart. I should really see Videl and Pan. Gohan says, nervous for his father. Gohan walks over to his father. Hey dad, I'm going to go see Videl and Pan. Gohan informs. Alright son, don't be too long. The food should be done soon. Goku says with a smile. Gohan simply nodded. He could see the pain in his dad's eyes regardless of that smile he gave. His dad is simply nervous and unsure of what to do. I hope that he'll be alright. Gohan finishes his thought and walks down the corridors of Capsule Corporation and into the kitchen where Kai and Videl are slaving away with the caterers. He could see that they are just about done. Hey Videl. Gohan walks up to his wife and kisses her on the back of the head. Hey Gohan, we are almost done here. Videl turns around, kissing her husband on the lips. Good. Lord Beerus and Whis are here to explain more in detail of my dad's situation. I am going to see Pan real quick. Do you know where she is? Gohan asks. Oh, she is in the nursery with Bulma. Well, Bulma's mom is looking after them. Videl answers. Great. I'll be right back. See you outside. Gohan kisses her on the cheek and walks out of the kitchen towards the nursery. Do you think Goku is going to be alright with being a god of destruction? Videl turns her attention towards Kai, her mother-in-law. I hope so. Knowing Goku, he really isn't much into destroying, but having this job is like the most important responsibility in the universe, or well, multiverse. I really hope he can stay in ours, but if he can't, then I just hope he can visit often. Maybe he will change a bit when he has this role, and I can only hope that he'll still be the sweet old Goku we all know. Kai responds. Us both. Videl responds by putting the last of the dishes onto the cart for the celebration. Gohan walks into the nursery where Mrs. Brees is tending to her granddaughter. Hey Gohan, what brings you here? Mrs. Brees asks. Just seeing Pan. The celebration is about to start and Videl is busy with the cooking. Gohan says, looking at his daughter. Oh great. I will grab Bulma and I will meet you on the balcony. Mrs. Brees proceeds to pick up her granddaughter and make her way out the door while walking towards the balcony door. Gohan picks up his own daughter and stares at the giggling child. I hope that you don't have to deal with this when you are old enough. I want you to live a happy and peaceful life that I was unfortunately unable to have. I promise you that I will always protect you and train so that you won't be forced to. Gohan promises and carries his daughter proceeding to the balcony. The food is ready. Bulma shouts as the long lines of tables have mountains of food on it. Everyone perks up and turns their attention over to the large buffet table as the food is being placed upon it. The kids race to the table and sit down where the chairs were placed, grabbing as much as they can, stuffing their face. The grown-ups make a less wild stroll to the table, except for Goku, Vegeta and Beerus, who race in a similar fashion as Goten and Trunks. Gohan sits next to Videl and Goten, while Goku takes a seat next to Kai and Beerus. Vegeta is also sitting next to Bulma, Trunks, and her mother with Bulma in her arms. I guess the tournament of power really got them hungry. Mrs. Brees giggles. The mountain of food is quickly diminished by the bottomless pits of the Saiyans, while the humans were stuffed by a couple bowls and plates. Roshi arrives not too long after the feast is served and is talking with Oolong and Pure at a nearby table. The buffet table still had the destroyer, attendant, and the Saiyans with their accompanied parents and spouses. So Goku, how are you feeling about becoming a god of destruction? Whis asks. Wait. Goku is going to be what Lord Beerus is? Mrs. briefly asks, surprised. I see that not all of us are informed, but to make things short, yes. Goku will become the next god of destruction. I should go into details now since everyone has just about finished up eating. Whis announces that he called for the attention of the Earthlings at the other tables nearby. So how was the meeting, Whis? Any idea where Goku is going? Bulma is the first one to ask. Yes, and in fact it was quite sad who Goku is replacing. Lord Beerus's brother, Champa, was relieved of his god responsibilities and Goku will now train to become Universe 6's god of destruction. Whis states, earning a gasp from the whole crowd. Oh wow. What happens to Champa? Kai asks. He will live his days as a mortal on his universe's Earth and will age like he did before he took the title of god. Whis answers. Well, that's good. Does that mean I'm going to train with that Whis lady? Goku asks. Piccolo and Vegeta scoff at the fact that they both remember Whis' sister's name. Yes, you are, Whis laughs, her name is Vados and I have a few other sisters as well, but you'll meet them soon. Does that mean that Goku's life will be tied to that bigger Kai? I forgot his name. Tien apologizes for his forgetfulness. Unfortunately not. His name was Fuwa. Whis says with a saddened look. Why do you say it was? Hercule asks. He is no longer with us, since Champa was stripped of his god title, the Supreme Kai disappears and goes to the upper level of the otherworld since there has to be balance in the universe. Whis answers. So how are they gonna choose another Supreme Kai? Vegeta steps into the conversation. Whis was about to speak but was cut off by the Supreme Kai of their universe. He was overall silent at the table and only ate a little since he technically didn't need food to survive but wanted to be polite. I think I can answer this one. The race 1 I'm associated with Kibito and the Elder Kai are called core people. Most of our people reside on a planet in the otherworld called Core Planet. Most of us are not Supreme Case since we are born from golden majestical fruit that are extremely rare. The ones born from these fruits have the potential and power to become a Supreme Kai. There are also fruits that have great evil contained within them. These types of fruit are sent into the demon realm so they cannot disrupt the balance of the universe, which is where Dabura is from. He is also of my people. Supreme Kai answers. The whole group besides the deities are shocked because they never knew of his people's origin. So is there a core planet in every universe? Krillin asks. Yes. We may differ from small changes in appearance, but we are relatively the same. The reason I believe the Grand Priest chose Goku at this time is because in this last millennia the Cajun tree sprouted a golden fruit in Universe 6 and it's finally ready to birth the life of a Supreme Kai. The Supreme Kai states. Wow. So how does the whole thing work? Roshi asks. Unfortunately I cannot disclose anything further since the process of becoming God of Destruction is highly delicate and cannot be disclosed to even lower deities let alone mortals. Supreme Kai answers. He's right. Goku will begin the process in less than 24 hours and he will be serving the 6th universe. I am sure that he will do a great job to maintain balance. The old Kai mentions. I think so too. Goku, you should get some rest and take a day off of training before the process because it can be severely draining. Whis chimes in. Goku nods and then starts to speak up. Will I at least be able to visit my family? Goku pleads. Unfortunately you won't be able to until your training is complete. It will depend on how quickly you progress. You will have to listen to my sister's directions and orders while you're a trainee, but I don't see a problem with visiting. Whis smiles looking towards Lord Beerus. Sure, fine. He can visit when his training is done and knowing Goku he will finish it quickly. Lord Beerus eyes. Great. Now I think we will both be taking our leave so Lord Beerus can take his nap. We will be back at the same time we were transported back at the end of the Tournament of Power. Take care and don't stress too much, Goku. Whis says while Lord Beerus waves lazily and they shoot off back to their home planet. So you're going to be around Whis' sister training huh? I hope you can keep your focus Kakarot. Vegeta smirks knowing what he's implying. Kai gets infuriated at what Vegeta is trying to say. What do you mean? How could I not focus on my training? Goku replies. Kai's anger dissipates into a happy mood again. That's right, my Goku doesn't have time for those impure thoughts. Kai hugs her husband. Oh. You're talking about the special training that I do with Kai when we are both naked, right? Goku asks innocently. Kai blushes intensely while the rest are shocked at his straightforwardness. Gohan is extremely embarrassed that his dad brought up having sex with his mother and covering his face from onlookers. Goten, on the other hand, is completely oblivious to what his dad means. Goku, do you know what sex is? Piccolo asks somewhat dumbfounded that his wife had to use terms that he could understand. Sex? What's that? Goku asks. Geez. Sometimes I think Goku is too innocent for his age. If I was at his prime age then I would be doing it all the time. The old Kai announces. Great ancestor. How could you say such a thing? You're a Kai. The Supreme Kai and Kibito both speak in unison. Hey. Just because I'm a Kai doesn't mean that I can't have fun every now and again. The Elder Kai crossed his arms looking in another direction. I think this is where we should depart. Congratulations Goku on the new position and we will see you again during the process of your ascension. Take care. Supreme Kai teleports with his attendant and Elder Kai. Gohan is beyond embarrassed that his father doesn't know what sex is. Doesn't surprise me that Kakarot doesn't know what sex is. He didn't even know what kissing was either when we were in my future son's timeline. Vegeta says somewhat annoyed that the other full-blooded Saiyan alive was this moronic. It's not my fault. I just didn't really need to know what that stuff was back then. So is the special training me and Kai did was sex? Goku asks curiously. Yes, you moron. Vegeta says eventually calming down. Oh. Well I didn't even know that boys and girls had different parts, so how could I have known? I finally asked Kai about it after I saw Bulma's parts. Goku says without realizing the implications of what he said. What? When was this Goku? Did you cheat on me? Kai practically screamed in his ear. Everyone was utterly shocked. Did Goku cheat on Kai? No. No way. There had to be an explanation. My mom had sex with Goten's dad. Trunks practically screaming his head off. The only one who looked embarrassed was Bulma as her face lit up red, remembering what Goku was talking about, and Vegeta saw it. What is he talking about, woman? I demand an explanation. Vegeta shouts. The rest of the gang is also interested in what Bulma has to say about this shocking revelation. Will you calm down, your highness? I did not have sex with Goku. Here's what happened. Bulma starts thinking back to when she was a teenager and when Goku was just a boy. Flashback. Page 749. The nighttime area in Mount Paozu is beautiful. The backdrop of the high peaks of the mountains towering over the land with a dark blue sky complementing them. The moon is high in the sky, but luckily for our travelers, it is not a full moon. The forests surrounding the high peak mountains are of a dark shade of green that covers the area. Goku and Bulma are both inside the capsule house, still being bombarded with the accusations of being a witch by Goku. She found out that his tail is actually real and not superglued to his butt. She gave him a thorough bath since he had never taken one before and then took one for herself. She is a real beauty that Son Goku can never really see since his naivety was too grand. She is sitting in her bubble bath as her arms are gently resting on both sides of the tub. Her breasts are comfortably sitting on the surface of the water, barely being covered by the watery suds. Seeing a hairbrush just out of arm's reach, she got up and started leaning towards it, not wanting to leave the warm water. As she grabbed it, Bulma noticed a small boy staring at her body in wonder. Why are there two balls on her chest? Goku thought. Bulma releases an ear-piercing scream that all the wildlife around them could hear. Goku, what do you think you're doing watching me like that? Bulma is outraged and is now convinced that he is a perv. Ow. Don't scream like that, it hurts. I came back in because I was going to scrub your back since you don't have a tail. Goku says innocently. I can wash my back just fine, thank you. Bulma retorts. Are you embarrassed because I saw you naked? I was naked and I wasn't embarrassed. Goku calmly says. What do I have to be embarrassed about? I am probably the most gorgeous girl you'll ever meet. What do I have to be embarrassed about? Bulma snaps at Goku. I guess you're right. You are especially pretty when you're naked. All those clothes hide yourself, and even though you are the only girl I've seen, I can tell that you are the prettiest. Goku smiles, not realizing what he said was sexual. Oh my. Bulma blushes a dark red color. Aren't you quite the stud, kid? Fine, if it'll make you leave quicker then you can wash my back, but no funny business. Bulma warns. What funny business? I don't find it funny washing your back. Goku says, grabbing the brush and starts to wash her. Realizing that she was still talking to an innocent kid, she blushes. Right, sorry. It's okay. Goku smiles. He probably didn't know what he was saying when he was talking about me being pretty or naked. This kid is definitely the weirdest child I ever met. Bulma thought. Later that night. I still cannot believe you ate that wolf and centipede. Bulma says distastefully. It was good though. You would think so too if you tried it. Goku answers back. I think I'll pass, kiddo. I will take the bed and you can sleep on the floor. Bulma says, laying down a blanket and pillow. Are you serious? There's room for both of us on the bed. Goku asks. Yes, I am. You are used to roughing it up, aren't you? Plus it would be improper if we both slept on the bed together. Bulma says. You said that twice now and about funny business whenever we are close together. What does that even mean? Goku says. Wow. I didn't think you caught on to that. Well, it means that only a boyfriend and girlfriend should do that stuff together. Bulma says, embarrassed that she is the one to tell this kid about romantic love things. You're my friend and a girl, so what's the problem? Goku asks innocently. I mean, girlfriend and boyfriend is more than friendship. It involves romantic feelings. Bulma tries to explain. Oh. So will you be my girlfriend? I don't know what romantic feelings are about, but I can learn it. Goku smiles. Maybe when you're older, kiddo. You're too young to have a girlfriend. Bulma giggles, wondering what Goku would look like at her age. Oh, okay. Goku lays onto the floor. Good night, Bulma. Night. Bulma says as she lays down. Next morning. Goku wakes up to a sleeping Bulma sprawled out onto the bed. She actually looks adorable when she sleeps. Goku thought as he noticed the room on the bed. I told you that there would be space. Goku says, laying on the bed in between Bulma's legs. Goku realizes that there was no cushion in her lower area and he pats it a few times, noticing that there was nothing there. He pulls down her underwear and sees something that he probably won't ever forget. Bulma's pussy. Engraved into his young mind forever. He soon freaks out. Ah. Goku shouts to the heavens as he sees something number 12-year-old should ever see. Bulma jolts up, noticing a yelling Goku. What's wrong, Goku? Are we under attack? Bulma says, panicked. It's your balls, Bulma. They're gone. Goku yells, gasping for breath at what he saw. What? How can that be? Bulma yells, rushing to her bag and notices that all the Dragon Balls are there. They're all here, Goku. You must have had a nightmare. Bulma says, calming down. Goku is left there too shocked to say that wasn't the balls he is talking about. We better get going soon to get the other Dragon Balls. I'll be in the bathroom. Bulma says. Goku just sat on the couch thinking back to that image that was in his head. What did I just see? Goku thought as he quickly got ready for the day and soon forgot what he saw. Until now. Flashback. Everyone there was completely shocked and some were on the verge of bursting into tears. AHHH. I remember now. It's still in my head from that day. I was traumatized. Goku says. The floodgates opened. Vegeta, Tien, Krillin, Oolong, Chiaotzu, Yamcha, and even Den high above on the lookout burst into tears. Vegeta, being the most obnoxious one of all, starts to clutch his sides and cannot contain himself, laughing hysterically, followed by the rest. How dare you say my vagina traumatized you, Goku? Bulma smacked the table in anger, looking directly at Goku. They start to laugh even harder, if that's even possible. Gohan and Videl are just dumbstruck as they have no words since Goku never spoke of this or Bulma. Mrs. Briefs even got wide-eyed as she listened to her daughter's story. The laughing died down as Vegeta was the first to recover from his laughing fit. That's too rich, Kakarot. You sly dog. Maybe you aren't as naive and moronic as I thought. Vegeta says. Oh come on guys. I didn't know what I was doing. Goku pleaded. Oh sure Goku. You said Bulma was prettier naked. How do you explain that? Kai gave Goku a death glare as everyone quieted down, not wanting to get in between them. Well. I don't know. Something happened to me when I saw her large breasts and I felt excited and I said she looked prettier naked. Goku says, only receiving an even more menacing look from his wife. Bulma blushed at his comment as she also remembers what he said vividly that day. Come on guys. That was in the past. I didn't know anything about sex back then. Goku tries to reason with his friends. Yeah. Kai, we never did anything and we were friends as kids and nothing has changed. Bulma adds. Fine. I let it go since you were so young, Goku. Kai huffed. My dad saw your mom naked, Trunks. Hahaha. Goten adds and starts to run off, only to be hit in the head with a frying pan. That is not something to joke about, mister. I raised you better, Goten. Kai scolds her youngest. Sorry mom. Goten apologizes. Trunks starts to snicker as he was also hit in the head with a frying pan. Ow. Where do you even hide that thing? Trunks states in wonder. None of your business, and don't laugh at Goten. Bulma also scolds her child. Ugh. What a day. I think I'm going to head home. Are you coming to Kai and Goten? Goku sighs. Yeah, we should get going. Thanks for having us, Bulma. Kai says. No problem. It's time for bed, Trunks. Bulma says. Oh, okay. Trunks left his room to retire for the night. Yeah. I say we had quite the day. We'll see you, Goku, when you head off tomorrow. Krillin takes his leave with his wife and daughter. Yeah. I think I need the rest. I will see you guys later. Good night, Mom and Dad. Gohan waves as Videl with Pan in her arms flies off. Gohan. Goten screams, waving and jumping. Yeah, I believe me, and you need some rest as well since everybody is going. Take care. Hercule walks towards the balcony door and out of the building. Well, I'm going to do some late night training. Vegeta adds, walking off to his gravity chamber. Don't be out for too long, honey. Bulma asks and receives a grunt from her husband. Yami and Chiaotzu is going to take off. See you guys tomorrow. Tien took his leave with Chiaotzu as well. Everyone takes their leave from the building and the Sun family instant transmission to their home in Mount Paozu. Bulma is about to head to bed, realizes something that was drowned out by the day's festivities. Oh. I forgot to talk to Goku earlier. I guess I can just talk to him tomorrow before he heads out. It'll be better that way. Bulma smiles and rests her eyes as she drifts off into her dreams. Okay Goten. You've been up long enough. It's time for bed. Kai says. Night Mom. Goten walks off to the bathroom. Goku and Kai walk into their own bedroom and get under the covers. They are in each other's arms when Kai begins to speak up. I still cannot believe you didn't know what kissing is and what sex is specifically. Kai laughs. It's not my fault that I was never taught that stuff. Maybe I'll try doing that now. Goku says seductively. He gave her a kiss on her lips for the first time and it was wonderful. We could do more, but assuming how exhausted you are from the tournament, I think you should rest for your big day tomorrow. Kai says, nuzzling up against Goku's chest. You're right, Kai. What would I do without you? Goku leans down and kisses her forehead. Probably starving to death. Kai playfully responded. Ha. Probably. Goku laughs, closing his eyes to get much needed rest for the big day. The day that will change everything. Mount Paozu. The forest and high peak mountains that have surrounded the Sun family's home for many decades. A sky blue color blankets the atmosphere above with minimal clouds in its way. This is how the area has always looked. Beautiful and peaceful. Son Goku can be seen sprawled out across the smooth and comfortable mattress with a large blanket barely covering his body. He sleeps in typical white boxers with his chest exposed, and other than that he is wearing socks. I'm not sure why he sleeps with socks on, but everyone has their preferences, especially since the blanket seems to leave him throughout the night. There is a groan and an incoherent mumble coming from Goku as he rolls to his left side with his right eye peering open. He notices that his wife has left his side to what he can assume to cook breakfast. He stretches and groans as he sits up with his arm resting on his raised knee, trying not to fall back asleep. Finding the willpower to get up, he makes his way to the bathroom and uses the facilities along with brushing his teeth. He decides to take a hot shower before breakfast is served. Stripping down into nothing but his bare skin, he steps into the shower and closes the curtain behind him. Feeling his body still somewhat sore from the tournament of power, he takes the soap, spreading it and drenching himself in the liquid-like substance to ease his soreness. Minutes go by and he is enjoying his time as this is one of the rare moments that he is truly by himself except for training. Taking everything in and breathing slowly, he starts to close his eyes into a meditative mental state. He is soon ripped away from the calmness of his mind to the sound of running in his bedroom carpet and the door opening. Before he knew it, the shower curtain swipes open to a small version of himself and he soon recognizes him as his youngest son, Goten. Hey dad. Mom says that I have to take a shower and I was wondering if I could take one with you. Goten asks innocently. Goku, who sees nothing wrong with bathing with his youngest son, accepts his son's request as he can use this time to bond with him more. He is also unfazed by being naked in another person's presence since he simply doesn't not get embarrassed by anything. Sure, Goten. Hop in. Goku excitedly notices that Goten is already naked and he can assume that he ran across the house that way. He mentally laughs at the image of a little him scampering across the hallways in his naked state. Yay. Goten practically jumping into the shower with his father beginning to bathe himself. Here, son. Goku grabs a bottle of shampoo and squirts them directly onto Goten's head as he does the same for himself, rubbing in the liquid cleanser. Thanks dad. Goten begins to copy his dad's motions as the time soon flies away. About 15 minutes later, they both get out of the shower and grab a towel to cover themselves. Alright, son. Go get dressed and head into the kitchen, I think breakfast is almost done. Goku asks. Okay. Goten ran back into his room at a lightning pace at the implication of food. He definitely got my spirit and energy. Goku laughs as he begins to wear something different than his usual guy. Shocking, I know. Today is a special day and he is wanting to be in casual clothing as this will be the last time he will be on Earth for a while. He grabs a plain white shirt with a black leather jacket and leaves it unzipped. Navy blue jeans complementing his upper body as he puts them on one leg at a time while grabbing a black belt. The final piece of his outfit would be plain white socks and black sneakers with white laces. This is about as casual as Goku can get while looking stylish too. Staring at himself in the full body mirror that his wife tends to use more than himself, he decides that he's ready for the day and walks out of his bedroom making his way into the kitchen. Kai is just about done as she is placing the final dishes onto the large dining table and gets a look at Goku just as he walks in. Her heart starts to flutter at his rare attire. Oh my, Goku. You never wear anything else but that guy. Special occasion. I hope you wear these kinds of clothes more often. Kai dreamily staring at her husband with gawking eyes. The things she would do to that man if her son wasn't in the house. Yeah, Goku blushes as he realizes how his wife is looking at him. He may not understand a lot of expressions or implications, but he definitely knows that one. I want to look nice before I have to head off for training. Goku answers. Well, I like the thought, Goku. I know you will do great at your new job. Kai excitedly states as she sits down next to Goten. Thanks honey. Goku accepts the compliment as he sits down at the end of the table. Goten and Goku dig into the mountain of food while Kai ate at a much calmer pace. They are practically inhaling their food as they continually stack empty bowls and plates. Goten and Goku smile at each other briefly as the food quickly disappears into their stomachs. Well, I can take care of the dishes. Goten, you need to start studying today and you'll be able to spend time with your father after you're done with your given chapters. Kai commands. Oh, okay. I'll try and get done fast. Goten rushes off to his room and he plops onto Gohan's old chair that he used many years ago. Goten opens one of his textbooks, math. Bleh. I hate this stuff. Intermediate calculus. Dang. I'm gonna be here for a while. Goten mentally groaned. Kai Kai is doing the dishes as Goku tries to help out but cannot keep up with Kai Kai. The telephone line rings. I got it. Kai Kai states as she puts down the dirty dish and picks up the phone. Hello. Kai Kai addressing the caller. Hey, Kai Kai. I was wondering if Goku can swing around Capsule Core today. Last night I meant to talk to him, but then that story came up. Bulma turns a little red as she remembers the tale. Oh. Right. That was certainly interesting. Yeah, he can come by today. I'll send him over. Kai Kai abiding by her request. Thanks Kai. I'll see you later tonight, bye. Bulma says. Bye Bulma. Kai Kai answers by hanging up the phone in its designated spot. What was that about? Goku asks as he makes his way towards the sofa. Bulma wants you to come by today. She didn't get to talk to you last night. Kai Kai answers. Oh, right. I forgot that she wanted to talk. Last night was crazy. I wonder what she wants to talk about. Goku wonders. Probably about how you're holding up about the God of Destruction role. Are you sure you think you can do this? Kai Kai asks sympathetically. Yeah, I hope so at least. I'll give it my best, Goku sighs. I will see you later honey. He starts to fly off into the sky. I really hope he makes this work. God of Destruction doesn't sound like an easy job. Good luck honey. Kai Kai smiles getting back to the housework. Goku is taking in the visuals approaching West City. He has traveled this route countless times, but the thought of leaving Earth makes him want to enjoy it as much as he can. The green land filled his view with forests spread around West City. A few mountain peaks can be seen farther off behind the metropolis. The towering buildings with highways to complement the big city vibe. People are walking and driving to get to their destination whether that be shopping or to their job. Goku feels happy that he isn't normal. That would certainly be boring. He lands on the balcony where Bulma was sitting as she laid there oblivious to Goku. She wore black sunglasses and while she wasn't wearing a bikini, she was wearing quite revealing clothing. Bulma is wearing a tight red crop top that is hugging her breasts as a replacement for a bra, but it did not work effectively. She also wore a small white skirt that revealed her long creamy legs. White sneakers finished off her look as it seems like she is trying to get a tan. Goku takes in this side as he knows Bulma doesn't normally dress like this. Hey Bulma. Goku happily greets his best friend since childhood. Ah. Bulma jumped up from her seat at the unexpected sight of Goku coming this early, but she did not realize that her breasts jumped with her violently and that didn't go unnoticed by Goku. He blushes as he is now convinced that she isn't wearing a bra. Goku brushes it off as he wants to know why he or she wants to talk. Sorry for scaring you, but how come you wanted to talk last night? Goku asks, trying to forget the show that was unintentionally brought to him. It's alright. I just didn't expect you this soon. As to why I wanted to talk to you, I want to know how you're coping with all this. This promotion is big. Probably the most important job you'll ever have. Bulma says. Haha, yeah I suppose so. I don't know what to think right now. Destroying isn't in my nature, but I also believe that I can do some good and not be an unfair deity. Making a positive difference in the universe, that's what I want. Goku says as he takes a seat next to Bulma looking off into the city from the Capsule Core balcony. That's so like you Goku, Bulma giggles. I hope you can keep it in your pants when you're around Vados. Goku immediately blushes. Why do you say that? I have no problem with keeping my dick in my pants. I'm actually well trained in that department too. Goku pouts. I'm just teasing you like Vegeta did. I find it kind of funny. Bulma says, taking a sip of her juice that is on the nearby table. What do you mean by well trained? Do you have sex a lot with Kai Kai? Well actually the opposite. I haven't had sex since Goten was born. Kai Kai doesn't really like to do it. Goku confesses. Bulma glances at Goku with wide eyes. Are you serious? How can you contain your urges then? Vegeta can't go a week without it. Bulma says without embarrassment since they are very open with each other. Ha. I guess I can just control my urges better. The few times we did it was when she was in control since I didn't know what I was doing. Goku sighs as a distant memory comes back. Flashback. It was Goku and Kai Kai's wedding night and she stripped down to her underwear. Goku was quite confused. Why are you taking your clothes off? You never do that. Goku asks. We are going to have sex, Goku. That's why. Kai Kai blushes as she blurted it out. Sex? What's that? Goku innocently questions her. Kai Kai is honestly surprised. Goku is a naive type, but she didn't think it was to this extent. Well. This is special training. Kai Kai trying to make it as easy for him to understand. Special training. Goku's curiosity gets the best of him. Yes. You get naked and then you get on top of me. Kai Kai turns a bright shade of red as she is explaining the concept of sex to her husband. Oh. Alright. If it'll help me get stronger then I'll do it. Goku begins to get undressed. He pulls off his shirt to reveal his toned upper body. Kai is flustered as she has seen him bare-chested before, but not when they are about to be intimate together. Goku pulls off his white boxers and is completely naked in front of his wife. Oh okay Goku. Kai cannot keep her eyes off his member as she stares at it in awe and fear. That's not natural. It has to be more than 10 inches. I'm going to have to get him to be gentle or I'd be split in half. Kai thought. She slowly dropped her panties while unclasping her bra which revealed her C-cup breasts and laid on the bed motioning Goku to come to her. Goku is laying on top of his wife with his large member resting upon her pelvis. Now you push your dick into my pussy, gently Goku. Kai pleads hoping that he'll listen. Okay, Kai. Goku agrees, wondering why this training is so odd. He looks down to her pussy and notices that it looks similar to Bulma's. Huh. I guess all girls have that part. Goku thought as he began to press his member at her wet entrance. She is scared of his length, but also excited, and it makes her extremely horny. It's okay Goku. Just be gentle and slowly press yourself all the way in. Kai asks. Goku gives a simple nod and does what she asks. The entrance to her pussy is extremely tight and it takes a few seconds just for the head of his member to fit. Holy fuck. Kai yelps in response to the protruding force inside her. Goku is taken back by her vulgarity but still proceeds to press himself inside. When he is about halfway, Kai presses on his bulging abs. Wait. Hold on. I need to get used to your size. Just give me a second. Kai takes a second to gather herself and an idea pops into her head. Goku leans down towards me and sucks my nipple. I think you may like it. Goku looks at her questioningly to the strange request. He leans down and grips one of her breasts and begins to press his mouth onto it and begins to suckle. Kai is immediately flushed with a wild feeling of pleasure. Yes, Goku. Keep going. That feels so good. Kai moans. Something happens to Goku. His member twitched and his hair trait picked up to the response of his wife's words as he began to instinctually grip the other breast and began to tease it. Goku. I can't believe how good you are at that. You can start sliding deeper now. Kai moans. Without much thought, Goku slides himself deeper until he can feel himself pressing up against her cervix. Fuck. You completely filled me up. Now I want you to thrust yourself forwards and backwards. Kai practically begs. Okay. Goku does what he is told and begins to thrust slowly and he is immediately overwhelmed in pleasure. Wow. This feels really good, Kai. Faster Goku. Please. Kai now begs. Goku begins to pick up the pace as something primal comes out and begins to thrust at an incredible rate, showing no signs of stopping. Oh fuck Goku. Don't stop. Kai screams as her nails dig into his muscular back. The feeling of this only brings out more of Goku's sexual desires as he begins to suckle again except rougher and keeps up his pace. 30 minutes have gone by of intense lovemaking, but Goku thinks of it as training. Kai feels as if her pelvis is cracking under the pressure of Goku practically slamming into her. Kai, it feels like something is about to come out of my dick. Goku says without slowing down. It's okay honey. Come inside me Goku. Fill me up, please. Kai says. Goku didn't need to understand what that word meant as he picked up the pace instinctually as he blew his load into his wife. Goom begins to trickle down her folds and onto the sheets as Goku falls to her side. Wow. That special training was incredible. Goku states. Kai is just euphoric as she is coming down from her high as she practically came a few times herself. Yes. That was amazing. You are an amazing sweetie. She snuggles up against him. Good night Kai. Goku says. Good night. Kai starts to drift off into a much-needed sleep. They didn't bother to cover up or clean themselves as they lie in what was their first intimate night. The night Gohan was conceived. Flashback. Goku. Are you there? Bulma tries to get the attention of Goku. Goku jerks up as he soon blushes at what he was thinking about. Yes, sorry. I was just thinking of my wedding night. It was really good, but we never did that again until a few days before the Cell Games. Goku sighs. Wow. Only had sex twice, but at least you can contain your urges. I wish Vegeta could do the same. Bulma huffs. I am just nervous for you because of what is going to happen and we won't be able to help you. It's alright. I think I can manage. Thanks, Bulma. You've always been a true friend to me. Goku smiles. Bulma blushes at the sudden sentiment. I know you would do the same for me, Bulma says. Would you like to come inside and have a drink? Yes, sure. Just no alcohol. I have a feeling that I have to be completely sober for the ceremony. Goku says standing up and walking with Bulma to the private lounge in Capsule Corporation. Fair enough. Grape soda. I know it's your favorite. Bulma asks. Sure. Thanks. Goku sits on the couch and grabs the remote as some soap opera is playing. Bulma walks back with 2 grape sodas and she hands one to Goku and she sits down on the couch next to him. Thanks. Hey, where are Trunks and Vegeta? The compound isn't usually this quiet. Goku asks. Oh. Vegeta brought him out to the wilderness to show him how to hunt and cook on his own if he is ever put in that situation. That boy is spoiled. Bulma laughs. Yeah, that's true. I had to hunt every day for food, but I loved it. Goku smiles looking back at the TV. I'll never understand how people can watch these. They can get pretty stale, but some of them are okay. Hey Goku, can I ask you something? Bulma starts to get really nervous. Of course. What's up? Goku turns his attention to the beauty before him. Do you ever wonder what it would be like if we were ever together? Don't get me wrong, I would never betray Kai Kai like that, but I have thought about it ever since I saw you all those years ago at the 23rd martial arts tournament. Bulma blushes as she admits her feelings. Goku starts to get a little red. Actually I have. I liked Kai Kai's personality when she and I were young, and I loved her passion to fight, especially at the tournament, but Goku became quiet. But what? It's okay Goku. You don't have to tell me, but I wouldn't tell anyone else. You have my word that what happens here stays here, okay? Bulma putting her hand on Goku's shoulder and smiling. Thanks Bulma. I was going to say that I liked you a lot. Goku says. Wait. Really? Bulma is shocked because she believed he had never felt this way about her like she did. Yeah. I have known you the longest and I felt like I know you in a special way since we spent a lot of time together. Goku scratches the back of his head nervously. I felt a bit more than friendship, especially at the tournament when I trained with Kami. Then Kai Kai showed up and I forgot about my promise, so I kept my word because it was the right thing to do. Bulma is flustered as he confesses his bottled feelings. I felt the same. I always had a spot for you in my heart ever since you were a young kid, and when you grew up, you were an incredibly strong and handsome man. I felt instantly attracted to you, and I would have probably gone further with you if Kai Kai didn't show up. Bulma blushes. Goku is surprised that his lifelong best friend also had such strong feelings when they were younger. I wasn't lying, you know. I might have not known what I said when I was talking about you being naked, but I meant what I said that you are the prettiest. Sure, you may have been expressive and loud to my sensitive ears, but that's because you always stood up for yourself and your friends, and that's a reason why I love your personality. Any man would be lucky to have you as a friend. Goku smiles as he takes a drink of his grape soda. Bulma just stares at her best friend with a neutral gaze, and it was quiet for a while. Goku is a bit unsettled by the silence. Right before Goku was about to apologize for acting a bit strange, Bulma moves quickly and closes the gap between them, capturing his lips with hers while straddling his waist. Goku is initially shocked, but as he felt Bulma's lips mesh with his, all the feelings come flooding back as he deepens the kiss by using his tongue. He didn't really know how to make out her kiss passionately, but he's trying his best, and Bulma can't see that. Bulma pulls off her tight red shirt and her breasts bounce out to show off her enormous DD cup-sized breasts. Goku is lost for words, completely mesmerized by the sight of her delicious pillows. He lays her down on the couch crawling in between her legs and begins to suckle her breast. While Bulma's boobs are bigger than Kai Kai's. This is much better than I remember. Wait, Goku immediately stops and comes back to his senses. Kai Kai. Oh no. What am I doing? Are you okay Goku? Bulma questions as she too came back to the real world. Oh my god. What did we just do? Bulma shrieks at what has become of her. I think I should go. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can do this. This is what cheating is, right? It's not you Bulma. You are incredible, but I have to go, sorry. Goku says sadly, about to burst into tears as he suddenly realizes what he has done. Wait. Goku. Bulma says as she also feels guilty that she gave in to her desires. What was I thinking? I'm married. Just because Kai Kai didn't give me what I needed didn't give me a right to do this. I prided myself earlier today about my control over my urges. Goku runs out to the balcony and into the chair where he starts to think of his actions fighting back the tears. Bulma notices Goku on the chair outside and contemplates going out there. She eventually decides to as they need to talk about this. She puts her shirt back on and walks outside. Goku? It's okay. Bulma tries comforting Goku. No. I feel guilty. Giving in to my desires like that was unlike me, and I'm ashamed. Goku looked down, refusing to make eye contact. It's okay, Goku. I made the move on you, so it's my fault too. My desires are equal to yours, and I should have known better than to kiss you like that. I even enticed you with my breasts. We should keep this to ourselves. Bulma felt guilty. It would be better that way. People wouldn't understand. I think I'm going to go back home and think about all of this. You're great, Bulma, and I'm sorry for what I did. Goku gives a sad smile looking at Bulma. I am sorry too, Goku. I am always here if you need me. Bulma smiles while hugging Goku. I'll be back later tonight. Goku begins to fly off. Bye, Goku. Bulma smiles and waves. I should feel bad for what I did. I cheated on my husband for crying out loud, so why do I want to do that again with Goku? I am a terrible person. Bulma thought about walking back inside. Goku starts to search for his wife's key since he doesn't feel too great to be flying and would rather instant transmission, but something is wrong. There's another key with her. The most logical explanation would be that Goten's family is visiting, but it's neither of those, and Goten is outside playing in the forest. Yamcha is there. Yamcha? What's he doing with Kai Kai? I never saw them talk to each other and it's a bit weird, but oh well. I'm glad she's making friends. Goku smiles appearing in their house's living room. Goku stretches his limbs and starts to think how he's going to live with the mistake he has just committed, but soon his ears are filled with a giggling tone of his wife's voice in their bedroom. SHH. Hurry up. Goten can be back any minute. Kai Kai says from a closed door. Goku's heart rate picks up and he can feel Yamcha's key in there with her. It's sporadic like he is doing training. He goes numb. Red hot with rage. An emotion that he rarely shows even to his most fearsome enemies. The door shatters. Wood pieces fly across the room at an intense speed, luckily missing both Yamcha and Kai Kai. Goku is transformed into his Super Saiyan Blue state as he sees the both of them naked in his bed and on top of Kai Kai. Yamcha nearly pisses himself at an angry Goku as he is caught red-handed. Kai Kai is also shocked. Gee, Goku. I didn't know you'd be home this early. Kai Kai covers herself moving away from Yamcha. It's not what it looks like. Kai Kai tried to plead. Goku is not having it. Bullshit. You two were having sex. We never have it and you kept on making excuses. Has this been going on since Goten was born? Goku's ki is now electrifying and raising to a dangerous level that he begins to attract attention. Capsule Corporation. Vegeta is in the middle of an intense training session at 600 grams in the gravity room when he senses Goku's ki spiking. What the hell are you doing, Kakarot? Vegeta begins to feel kiss around Goku. Just the Harpy and Scarface is with him. What's going on? Vegeta powers down the machine and begins to make his way towards the sun's home. Sun home? You no. Back when you refused to come back when we all thought you were dead on Namek. He was there to comfort me and it was a mistake, but then you kept leaving and we still kept seeing each other. Kai Kai looks down, not daring to look into her husband's cold demeanor. How dare you? I gave my life to protect this planet and our children. At the least, I would have expected a faithful wife. Goku angrily stares at his wife. You were never there for us, Goku. You always went off training or decided to stay dead. I needed comfort and you couldn't give that to me. Kai Kai yells. I had to train. It kept us alive from all the threats that have endangered our lives, Goku says, looking towards Yamcha, and I am more disappointed in you, Yamcha. We were friends and I trusted you like a brother. Now you're both dead to me. Continue whatever you guys had planned. We are done, Kai Kai. Goku walks out into the hallway and then stops. Sorry about the door. Goku walks back into the living room and out the front door where he is met with Goten. Are you okay, Daddy? I sensed that you were mad earlier. Goten says somewhat sadly. It's okay, son. Me and your mom were just arguing and we both got mad. Don't worry. Goku leans down, hugging his son. Are you and mommy going to be okay? Goten asks. No, son. I am going to go visit your brother, okay? You can come with them if you want. Goku asks, trying to lighten the mood. Okay. Goten says, still sad. Kakarot, what's going on? Vegeta lands right in front of them. Goten, why don't you get a head start, okay? I am just going to talk to Vegeta. Goku pats his son's head. Oh, okay. Goten begins to fly off. I wonder why they want to talk in private. Goten gets an idea and begins to lower his ki to almost nothing and flies down, hiding behind a nearby tree. Luckily Vegeta and Goku didn't notice. Kai Kai cheated on me with Yamcha. Goku felt no need to prolong the news. Vegeta is honestly surprised. The Harpy always seemed so loyal and forgiving when it came to Kakarot's behavior, but I guess that was all a ruse. Vegeta thought. I understand. I may have not liked the Harpy or you very much, but even you don't deserve that for what you have done for the planet. Vegeta admits. Goku is taken back by one of Vegeta's rare compliments he gives out. Thanks, but I think I am going to go. At least this god stuff will take me away from all this. Goku sighs. Fine. I'm going to get back to my training. Vegeta begins to fly back to Capsule Corporation. West City. He lands on the front lawn of the Capsule Corp compound where Bulma greets him. Where did you run off to? Bulma asks. Accurate's energy flared up because he caught his harpy and Scarface in bed together, so it's safe to assume they are done. Vegeta states calmly, walking inside. Wait. Kai cheated on him. How could she do that after everything he has done? Bulma asks, a bit angry that Kai would do that to Goku. I don't know. Probably because he was always training and leaving her and the boys. I'm going to be doing my own training now. Vegeta huffs. Jerk. Bulma scoffs, walking back inside behind him. Gohan and Vidal's home. Mommy cheated on Dad. What does that mean? Did she cheat in a fight or something? I need to ask Gohan about this. Goten says, take off into the sky. Goku reaches Gohan's house, being greeted by Vidal. Oh, hey Goku. I didn't know you were stopping by today. Vidal was surprised by the unexpected visit. Yeah. I just need to talk to Gohan. Goku says as Gohan walks up behind her carrying Pan in his arms. What's up, Dad? Everything okay? Gohan is concerned. No. It's not. Goku says, looking down. Well, come in and have a seat. I can make you something. Vidal says, stepping aside. Gohan. Goten says as he floats down in front of the three grown-ups near the front door. What does cheating mean? I heard Dad saying it about Mom. Goten asks. Gohan gapes along with Vidal as they both look back to Goku. What do you mean by that? Dad, are you saying Gohan gets cut off? We should go inside and talk. Goku asks. Alright. Come in, you two. Vidal gestures to them to come in. Goku and Goten walk in and Vidal hands Goten apple juice. They all sit on the sofas in the living quarters as they are about to talk. So Dad. What happened? Gohan nervously asks. I found Kai and Yamcha in bed together. Goku looks down. Goten is confused. Why are they doing that? I thought only married people sleep in a bed together. Goten looks at his dad. Well, when that happens, son, it usually means that they are cheating since they are with another man or woman. They are cheating on the one they are married to, and that usually means they don't want to be with them. Goku tries to explain to him. Goten begins to tear up and jumps on Goku. Why doesn't Mom want to be with you? You're not going to leave me, are you? Goten sobs. Of course not, Goten. I was never really around since I trained so much so I could protect you guys. I assume that she found comfort in someone else. Vegeta even seems surprised. Goku says, rubbing the back of his head and one arm holding Goten. I can't believe this. I can't believe that Mom would do something that drastic and awful. I'm on your side, Dad. I know that you were not really around during my childhood, but I understood that you were training hard to protect us and give us a better life, and I thank you for that since now I am married and have a child of my own. Gohan says. I appreciate that, son. Just don't hate your mother. She may have done something despicable like cheating, but I don't want you to hate her for the rest of your life. Goku asks. Thanks, Dad. I will try to, but it'll take some time. Gohan is sad that his mother cheated on his father. I was wondering if I could stay here until I have to go to the ceremony. Goku asks. Of course, Goku. You can have one of the guest rooms down the hall. Vidal perks up. Can I stay too, Daddy? I don't really want to see Mom right now. Goten asks. Sure, son. Goku smiles. I will call Kai so she doesn't freak out that Goten is gone. Vidal says as she picks up the phone and dials the Sun residence. Sun home. Kai is sobbing as she soon regrets what she has done for years. She hoped that she could have kept it a secret, but now everyone will probably take Goku's side. The phone begins to ring. She picks it up. Hello? Kai slightly sobs. Hey Kai. Goten is going to stay here for the night. He will study since Gohan still has those books you gave him. Vidal says, trying to contain her anger. What? Why? He needs to come home. Kai says. He doesn't want to go back to a cheating whore of a mother. You should be ashamed of yourself. He is staying with us, goodbye. Vidal says, hanging up the phone, and then she sees the shocked looks directed at her. Sorry, but she got me angry at what she did. Vidal huffs. It's alright, honey. We are all a bit emotional right now. You want to play with Pan for a while, Goten? I gotta finish up some work. Gohan asks. Yeah? Come here, Panny. Goten laughs, holding Pan, and she giggles back at him. Here, Goku. I'll show you to your room. Vidal offers. Thanks. Goku walks with Vidal down the hallway to his room. It's an incredibly luxurious room, he might add. A large flat-screen TV, queen-size bed, a walk-in closet, and a full bathroom with a shower. There is also a large bay window with curtains to hide the room from sunlight. Here you are. Vidal gestures to the room. I appreciate Vidal. I'm lucky to have you as a daughter-in-law. Goku smiles. It's not a problem. Vidal slightly blushes at the remark. The shower seems pretty nice. I'm gonna use it and I think I'll rest until the time comes. Thanks again. Goku walks into the bathroom. I'll let you know when it's time to go. Vidal says. Goku gives her a nod as he begins to remove his clothing and shuts the door behind him. He is fully nude and turns on the hot water as he steps inside. The sensation is definitely an anxiety reliever as he soon feels much more calm. Water running down his backside and his muscles are glistening by the moisture. He is at peace at this moment. Everything is gone. All his thoughts, troubles, insecurities, everything. Gone. He closes his eyes as he pictures a black void of nothingness. Empty. Some would go mad in this situation, but Goku finds peace in this world. Escaping his real-life troubles even for a moment brings him peace to his mind. He stays in this state for a good hour when he finally decides to step out of the bathroom. How can my life change in an instant? I am now a free man. Single. I just have to focus on this God thing so I can do right for the universe. Goku ends his thought as he finds that there are clothes in the dresser. He pulls out a plain white shirt and some black sweatpants with black socks. This is a very casual look and he plops himself onto the bed and turns on the TV hoping for something that isn't boring. The night soon takes over the sky as it's about time for the ceremony. After the revelation of Kai Kai's adultery, the days soon flew by as Goku rested and watched TV for the remainder of the time. He occasionally played with Pan and had dinner with his family without Kai Kai of course. Goku is just relaxing on the bed in the guest room as he changed back into his symbolic orange and blue guy for the ascension. Gohan has a sad look on his face. It's time, Dad. Okay. Don't be sad, son. I will come back and visit. Goku puts a hand on his son's shoulder. Right. Gohan leads his father to the others as they all put a hand on Goku's shoulder soon to be teleporting to Capsule Corporation where almost everyone is gathered. Yamcha and Kai Kai didn't bother to show up as they didn't want to be confronted and made everything awkward. Everyone sees the Sun family instant transmission before their eyes except for one member. Hey Goku. Where's Kai Kai? Doesn't she want to see you off? Krillin asks. Probably sleeping with Yamcha like I caught them earlier. They won't be showing up tonight. Goku states coldly unlike his usual tone. Everyone who isn't in the loop is shocked. Goku isn't one to joke about something that's serious and they believe him fully. Wait. Why would she do that to you and especially with Yamcha? Krillin suddenly got angry at his best friend for having to go through the pain of seeing it. Because the Harpy was alone while Kakarot was training to protect Earther being dead and she couldn't keep her legs closed. Vegeta remarks. Wait. You knew. Bulma shrieks. Of course I did. He practically transformed to Super Saiyan Blue and I went over to wonder what the hell was up with him. I soon found out that the Harpy committed adultery. Vile woman. Vegeta spat. That would make sense. We can't sense God Kai. You didn't hurt him too badly did you? 17 asks. I didn't hurt him at all. I just walked away and I never want to see them again. Goku says. Yeah, and I want to live with Gohan now. I know that he can take care of me. Goten smiles at Gohan. Sure Squirt. You can stay with us but you still have to study. Gohan warns. Oh. Okay. Goten grumbles. The air is filled with laughter soon to be interrupted by Beerus and who's appearing on the balcony. Goku, are you ready? Whis asks. Yes. I am. Goku replies. Don't leave Daddy. Goten launches at Goku's leg. It's okay Goten. I will come back to visit when my training is done. You can always train with Trunks. Goku suggests. Alright. Let's train Trunks. Goten looks over to the small lavender boy. You're on Goten. Let's go to the gravity room. Trunks says. Count me in too, Vegeta chimes in, but he looks back at Goku and doesn't think this is over Kakarot. I will still become stronger than you even if you are a deity. Vegeta smirks walking off with the boys who are now scared for their lives, seeing no way out of training with the Saiyan Prince. Good luck buddy. I know you will do great. Krillin raises his fist. Thanks Krillin. Wish me luck. Goku fist bumps Krillin. Goku, my boy. When you were such a small child I knew you were destined for great things and the time has come. Good luck and never forget how far you've come. Roshi adds. Thanks Master Roshi. I will keep you in my thoughts to push me further in my training. Goku responds and looks towards his oldest son. He embraces his son in a hug. I will see you sooner than you think Gohan. Goku laughs. You will do alright, Dad. I will keep up my training and we will spar when you get back. Gohan returns the hug. That's enough with the sentiment we are on a schedule. The Omni Kings and Grand Priests don't like to be kept waiting. Lord Beerus interrupts. Right. I will see you guys when I get back. Bye. Goku puts his hand on Beerus's shoulder while his arm is placed on Whis' back and they speed off to Universe 6's destroyer planet. Do you think he will be okay? Bulma says to no one in particular. He's Goku. Always finding a way is his speciality, I am sure he will be alright. Tien responds. Good luck, Goku. I'll be waiting. Bulma thought. Universe 6. Destroyer's planet. They soon touch down to the planet as it looks eerily similar. All the high deities are present for the ceremony. Whoa, this planet looks a lot like yours, Lord Beerus. Goku asks astonished. That would be correct, Son Goku. All the destroyers' planets look similar, and so does the world of the case. The Grand Priest answers. How does this ceremony work? Goku asks. Well, come this way as you are also going to meet your Supreme Kai. The Grand Priest gestures to him to follow, and so do all deities follow suit. They walk inside the tree palace where they will be holding the ceremony. Walking down long corridors and stairways until they are finally at the core of the planet, the room is gigantic. It's filled with paintings and murals of previous god of destructions, and you can see Lord Champa's picture hanging as well. The walls and floors are completely white, except there is something in the middle of the room. A red carpet with a black outer trim with orange and white circular designs as the main attraction. There were also small white pillows that seemed to be meant to sit upon with a golden statue centerpiece. It looks like a deity with destroyer clothing raising his arm to meet another deity's hand, as if they are joining together to become one. The destroyer-like figure is wearing a red and black striped ring covering its chest with an orange circle in the middle, along with red pants and brown boots, accompanied by golden ankle rings. The figure also has a golden ring on its right ear, along with bicep rings and long golden wrist rings. The final piece is a darkened red sash. The other deity can be seen to be wearing a Supreme Kai typical attire. Magenta with a yellow lining, a light blue sash, white boots, and forest green Patara earrings. The complete statue. Goku now thinks that this is a visualization of the unity between God and Supreme Kai. Take a seat on the left pillow, Goku. The Grand Priest says. Goku does as he is told and sits on the pillow, but then he notices something strange. Why is there a fruit on the other pillow? Goku asks. That will be the Supreme Kai you will be joining with. Both God and Supreme must be ascended at the same time. The Grand Priest says. The gods and Case are simply spectating while the angels move towards Goku as all 12 of them surround him in a circle joining hands and creating a bright white barrier around themselves. The Grand Priest is right behind Goku as he also joins hands with his sons and daughters. Both Omni Kings are to the right and left of Goku in front of the angels. They both raise their hands in the air when white electricity starts flowing wildly within the white bubble. You need to clear your mind, Goku. Think of nothing but an empty void. It is crucial that you do so. The Grand Priest commands. Goku nods as he begins to clear all thoughts invading his mind, and he is left with a black void with nothing but himself present. The moment Goku finishes what he is asked for, white electricity starts flowing towards Goku and the Cajun golden fruit from both sides. He quickly flourished with power and divine energy. Goku is soon emitting a wild light and the Cajun fruit as their white light quickly spreads and stops at the barrier that the angels created. The gods and Case are at a daze of the incredible process that never gets old. The sheer power and ascension is glorious. To be in the presence of such a divine event is simply a privilege. The white glow of both Supreme Kai and Goku fades away. He opens his eyes and sees the Supreme Kai in a physical form. Oh wow. I didn't know that Supreme Case can be girls. What's your name? Goku asks. Supreme Case and core people in general are genderless, but some of us may have feminine qualities. My name is Lei. The Supreme Kai of Universe 6 says. My name is Goku. Goku smiles. Lei blushes as she realizes how he looks in his god attire. What's wrong? Goku soon realizes what he is wearing. Oh wow. I have the same clothing as Lord Champa did. That is correct, Goku. Both of your ascensions are complete. The Grand Priest answers before speaking once again, but this time to everyone in the room. Son Goku, God of Destruction, and Lei, Supreme Kai of the 6th universe, are now united together as they now will work in harmony to keep balance in the universe. The Grand Priest preaches. All the angels, gods, and Case bow to the new high deities of Universe 6. Welcome to the supreme ranks of the gods, Lord Goku and Lei. The Grand Priest gestures politely. Thanks for watching this video. Part 1 is over. If you really enjoy this video, like, subscribe, and comment down below and turn on that bell notification. And also check out the playlist that I have created and enjoy. Link is in the description. See you in the next video. Goodbye.